Darkness.
Listen, baby.
A bowling alley. Day. Neil, a young man in his 20s, is on one knee holding a ring box with a silver ring inside. Behind him there are various bowling lanes with people bowling. In the lane behind Neil there is a man, Joel, bowling. He holds a bowling ball up to his face, concentrates, and then bowls.
We've been dating for 2 years now.
Joel's bowling ball rolls down the lane.
And I think it's safe to say, you're my soulmate.
Joel licks his lips.
I love you more than the ocean and all the sea creatures combined.
Joel scratches his butthole.
When we make love, I worry about nothing.
Katie, a blonde teenager with pigtails, stands behind a desk spraying an aerosol into bowling shoes. She does this while texting and blowing a pink bubblegum bubble.
Your pomegranate lips send me straight to cloud 9.
Tyrone, a skinny man with tattoos and no teeth, sits in front of a fruit machine, his face illuminated by the bright lights.
I was wondering if you'd like to go on another adventure with me.
Joel's bowling ball gets closer to the pins. Katie's bubble expands. The fruit machine lights flash, showing jackpot in big letters. The ring in the box glints.
Will you marry me?
Sophie gives a small smile. The ball slams into the pins, making a strike. The bubble pops. Pound coins crash down from the fruit machine. Sophie, a young woman in her 20s wearing a floral top, stands in front of Neil. Behind them, Joel celebrates his strike.
I do.
Fuck yeah! Fuck your pins!
Sophie and Neil sit on the curb outside the bowling alley. They both have red slush puppies and are both still wearing bowling shoes.
I want to marry you, Neil, but you need my father's permission to have my hand in marriage. Will you ask him?
I'd do anything for you, baby.
Neil and Sophie now approach a huge towering medieval castle. They stare up at it. They are still holding the slush puppies and wearing bowling shoes.
This is where he lives.
Sophie and Neil walk through the castle entrance. Crepe 1 and Crepe 2, bold men in their 30s wearing leather, open and close the doors. They arrive at the foot of a staircase.
I'm going to powder my nose. You get acquainted with my father.
She walks up the staircase and Neil walks down the long, empty stone corridor. Through the corridor is the throne room, where a mysterious, manly figure, King, leans against a fireplace with his back to Neil. He has a crown on his head and is draped in a long velvet cape. There's a gold-plated crepe above the fireplace.
Hello, Mr. Thompson. It's an honour to finally meet you. It's a lovely home, or castle you have here. Do you like living in a castle? Sophie's told me so much about you, but she hasn't even told me your name. I don't even know what to call you.
You may call me
King turns around, revealing he has a crepe for a face.
the Crepe King!
Neil stumbles back, almost falling, but is saved by the King, who brings him inches away from his face.
It seems like our young hero Neil has fallen onto his knees at the very first hurdle. But don't fall yet, Neil. We've only just begun. So you want my daughter's hand in marriage, eh?
What?
The princess's hand in marriage. You want it? But how badly do you want it? Because you're not getting it for free.
I want it more than a crab wants shelter in a cold winter night.
Look at all this! Do you think I got all this for free? No, sirree. I don't do freebies. Do you think I got this cape for free? Fill my cape. Do you like it?
Yes, it's very nice.
I'll have the tailor's son make one for you. For free!
Crepe 3 and Crepe 4 hastily leave the throne room.
Look, the reason I'm here, Mr. Thompson...
Crepe King!
Crepe King, is because I love your daughter. More than anything. More than pirates love gold. More than all the grains of sand on the beach. More than great white sharks love seals. More than clownfish love sea anemone.
Crepe 3 and Crepe 4 put a red velvet cape on Neil.
More than...
Where did you get that cape?
It doesn't matter where I got the cape. Let me marry Sophie.
I admire your fortitude, Neil, but it's not going to be that easy. If you truly want the princess's hand in marriage, you must prove yourself by completing a task.
A task?
Yes, a task, but not any task. A task that will ripple through the ages and will be of such grand proportions that it can only be whispered under the shadows of full moon nights by blind, wise men who do not see the world but feel it and speak only to trees. These immortal godly men who Do you know how fucked that is, Neil?
What must I do?
You must make me a crepe!
King gestures behind him, revealing a portable hob and a table filled with various pancake ingredients.
A crepe?
Yes, a crepe. But not just any crepe, the perfect crepe. Not too hard, not too soft, just right. Not too square, not too round, nice and white. Not too squidgy, not too crunchy, a lovely sight. Not too thick, not too thin. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Then begin!
King rings a pancake-shaped gong.
Here you go, King.
Yeah, not good enough!
Hope you like chocolate chip.
Gross!
Please just tell me what you want.
Make me a crepe!
What about this one? Can't do it anymore. This is my last one. Please just tell me what you want. I can't do it anymore. My hands are bleeding.
Is this your sorry excuse for a crepe? Burnt! It's burnt, I tell you! Burnt! Another discarded crepe. This one tastes like bin.
4 days. I can't make any more crepes. I can't.
Not good enough to make me a crepe. You're not good enough. You'll never have to get your meal. Oh, you are sorry excuse for a man. You. Neil. Oh, Neil, don't so bad at cooking. Go bad at being like. You're a sorry excuse for a son-in-law, Neil. Make me a crepe. 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 A crepe king.
Neil stands over the portable hob, battered and bruised, bleeding and crying. He meekly constructs yet another pancake. The king, who has been doing a strange crab dance, approaches the hob and brings the crepe up to his face.
This will suffice.
Oh, really? So I have your permission?
Yes. If you do one more task.
Another task?
Yes, another task. My final task. You must eat the crepe that lies upon my face.
What?
Fucking kill me. End my pathetic existence.
Is this a test?
The only thing I'm testing is whether you have the balls to kill an old, frail man.
No, I'm not a murderer.
You'll never be good enough for her unless you rip open my face with your mouth and kill me.
No, I can't.
Take my place. Eat me. It's your destiny.
I won't.
What are you, a king destined to marry my daughter, or a sad little man in his cubicle waiting for his life to tick by?
Neil goes berserk, taking a huge bite of the king's face. King falls to the floor. Neil continues to bite and chew the king's face. The creplings look perversely ethereal. The feminine body of Sophie enters the throne room. She is wearing a white wedding dress. Neil finishes devouring the king. He looks manic and feral. His lower mouth is covered with blood and pieces of pancake.
You have completed my father's task. Now I'll be your bride.
The creplings applaud. Neil turns around. Sophie's face has been replaced with a crepe. Neil yells and rushes out the castle. Neil's running through a vibrant forest. There are several clusters of crepling families scattered throughout the forest. They stare at Neil joyously. They stand by teepees with small fires nearby. Neil runs through the crepling village. He collapses next to a river. Seeing his face in the water, Neil realizes he too, now, has a crepe for a face.
Neil wakes up in his small, unimpressive room, sweaty and in a panic state. He tries to calm down. The room is silent, except for Sophie, who lies next to Neil with her back to him. Sophie's body is turned away, her face hidden. There seems to be the outline of a crepe on her face.
Baby.
Neil grabs her shoulder, turning her to face him. She is normal.
What do you want?
Sorry, I just had a bad dream.
Go back to sleep.
Actually, I'm just going to get some water.
Neil gets out of bed and walks towards the bedroom door. He stops before leaving.
Baby? Are we seeing your dad tomorrow?
No, Neil, that's next week.
Oh, okay.
Neil walks through to the kitchen. He takes a glass and fills it with tap water. He sits at the kitchen table and slowly sips the water. He puts the glass down. It is now daytime. Neil is in the same place, still in his pyjamas. He now has stubble and greasy unwashed hair. The glass is empty. Sophie walks into the kitchen. She holds a coffee and is wearing a sleek bourgeois dress.
You ready to go?
Neil gazes upwards like a lost puppy. They are now outside a house during daytime. Neil is sweating and seems anxious. Sophie presses the doorbell and holds it, which buzzes obnoxiously. Neil wears a creased, ugly shirt. The door is unlocked. It creaks slowly open. Behind the door is Mr. Thompson, a stocky man in his 50s who worked on the roofs when he was younger.
Daddy! How are you?
Hello, gorgeous. It's so lovely to see you. You alright, Neil?
Neil sits in Mr. Thompson's middle-class living room. Sophie sits next to him, who chats happily with Mr. Thompson, who sits on a nearby armchair. Neil stares at his mug of piping hot tea, the steam flowing upwards.
Work has been so much better since Jeff left.
Yeah, I'm glad he's gone now.
The news are they've got is so much better.
Neil looks up.
She's only 22.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the best boss I've ever had. She's definitely going places. She's so good at what she does.
That's really great. How's work going for you, Neil?
Neil looks down at his mug. It is now filled with pancake batter, which fries in the mug.
Dad, there was something that Neil actually wanted to ask you.
Neil gives a small smile and looks back down at his mug. The mug is overflowing with pancake mixture, and his hands are covered in cuts and blood, similar to his dream. Neil has fear in his eyes.
What is it, Neil?
Actually, Mr. Thompson, I wanted to ask you who is. Can I, would it be alright if Can I use your bathroom, please?
Water pours violently out of the bathroom tap. Neil washes his hands.
He's got no ambition, sweetheart. He's not like you. You're a go-getter. You need someone who will push you further, not keep you down. Look, there are two kinds of people. Radiators and drainers. And you need a radiator, darling.
I know he's not perfect, but I love him and that's it.
Well, he's been acting very strange, Sophie.
He's not been himself this week. He's had a bad dream.
Soon we will defeat the Waffles in battle. The promised Pancake Prince will return and restore balance to the Crepe Kingdom.
Neil's pupils dilate. He is in sheer horror.
The syrup soldiers will rise from the sands of time and lay waste to the butter buccaneers.
Neil's eyes stares out through the gap of the bathroom door.
And Neil is the key to all this.
Granny's chest infection is gone now. Had to get up a dehumidifier to get rid of them.
Neil bursts into the living room, interrupting Mr. Thompson.
What do you want from me?
Mr. Thompson and Sophie look at each other in uncomfortable silence.
I have to go.
Neil walks out of the living room, closing the door behind him. He now finds himself in an office. Neil leans against the closed door, exhaling deeply. He seems much more dishevelled, with big black shadows under his eyes. He wears a pathetic polo shirt and name badge. A man is sat at a desk, Mike. He is wearing the same uniform. He is a thin, older, balding man, eating a cheap supermarket salad with a discount sticker. He eats with a plastic fork. Behind Mike is a big computer screen, split into 6 squares, showing the live footage of the retail shop floor.
Thanks for coming during your lunch break, Neil. Do you want to have a sit down?
How's it going?
Oh, you know, not bad. How have you been though, Neil?
Oh yeah, I've been fine, thanks.
All right.
Okay. So as you know, 5 months ago we gave you your first disciplinary warning. And since
What?
then...
5 months? Are you sure?
Well, actually, your performance started to decrease about 6 months ago. But your first official warning was January. It's now June.
Oh, okay, sorry.
See, this is what we've been talking about. Your key performance indicators aren't looking good. You're not interacting with customers like you used to. In fact, a lot of the time, you seem to be avoiding people. You've taken a lot of lates, as well as a lot of sick days.
Neil's attention moves onto the computer monitors behind Mike. The bottom left square shows the shop floor. The Crepe King is doing the same dance from the dream. Neil looks very tense and pale, with a bead of sweat running down his forehead.
Your average transactional value has drastically gone down, and you've made no multi-sales. Now, you could say that's because our conversion and footfall aren't what they used to be. However...
The small left bottom screen is now completely in view. The Crepe King is dancing manically. There's a static. King is inches away from the camera, smiling. Neil reels back in fear.
Neil? Neil? You've been staring at the screen for 3 minutes. Do you need me to call A&D?
No. Sorry, Mike, I was just daydreaming.
Okay then. Well, after taking everything I've just said into consideration, the final red flag for us was, well, Neil, last week, these letters started being put around the shop floor. Now, originally, we suspected it might be a customer pulling us a strange, sort of prank. However, after checking the CCTV footage, we could in fact confirm that it was actually, you, Neil. Given the graphic nature of these letters, it really was the final straw.
What? What letters?
Well,
Mike bends round and opens a folder. He takes out some paper.
These are from today.
Mike hands Neil 5 sheets of paper. Neil shuffles through them. Each sheet of paper depicts horrific crayon drawings of death, destruction and pancakes, with vague scrawled writings about crepes and murder.
This really doesn't represent company values, and when you place these letters around the shop floor, it doesn't create a welcoming atmosphere for customers. In fact, I would go so far as to say it does the opposite. As many people, Neil, would find these images disturbing. Due to this, and your falling stats, we're going to have to let you go. Let you go. Let you go.
Okay.
Let you go. Let you go.
Neil falls back. He falls back into his bed. The room is dark, with the curtains drawn. Neil moves his duvet up to his neck. His eyes are staring out.
Crap, you go.
A gentle hand moves in and touches Neil's shoulder.
Neil? Neil? Neil?
Oh, darling. Oh, I was just having another nightmare.
I'm just here to get my stuff.
What? What are you talking about?
Neil, do we really need to do this again?
What do you mean? Do what again?
I just don't want to have this conversation.
Please don't leave me. I need you. I fucking love you, Soph. Look, I know I was hesitant at first, but I do want to marry you. You're my soulmate. I know I've been acting differently, but I can work through this. I just need your help. Please, Sophie, I don't want to live like this anymore.
Neil, we split up months ago, after you lost your job.
It's fine. I can just get another job. We can work this out.
You had that dream a year ago.
What? Listen, Sophie, I can get better. I know I can get better. I'm on the brink, I swear. Just give me another chance.
I'm seeing someone else.
Who is he?
It's not a he, it's a woman. It's my boss. See, right now you're frightening me. You're not getting any better, you're getting worse. I've told you this so many times and you're impossible to talk to. Right now, it's 4 in the afternoon and you're in bed, whispering to yourself. You need help. Everyone's worried about you.
Stop talking to me. I don't want to hear you. You're lying to me. This is all fucked up joke. I'm sick and tired of this. I want it to end. I need your help. You can't leave me.
Neil storms out the bedroom and sits down at the kitchen table, shaking, lost and panicked. Sophie goes over to him, kneeling to be at eye level. She takes his arms to stop him from shaking.
Neil, please calm down. You're going to be okay. Come on, take some deep breaths. You'll be all right.
Please. I just need to know that you love me.
Neil, I don't love you.
Sophie lets go of Neil's arms. She walks away. Neil stares vacantly into the distance. The front door slams. Darkness. Back to the kitchen, except Neil is no longer there. The kitchen is now a horrific mess, with disturbing drawings covering the walls, unwashed dishes, used frying pans on the counters, table and floor, a blender filled with red liquid, discarded crepes on the floors, eggs, flour and milk cover the whole kitchen. A pan is on the hob, black smoke coming from it, a burnt sludge in the pan. We move through the kitchen, up the stairs. The carpet is stained with flour footprints and broken eggshells. As we move up the stairs, we get closer to the bathroom. We see the back of Neil. His hair is greasy, long and unkempt. His nails are dirty and long. The bathroom is filthy. Neil is looking into the mirror. He is very pale. His eyes are yellow and bloodshot. Neil raises a crepe towards his face slowly, breathing heavily. The crepe has eyes and mouth holes ripped open. He places it on his face. He looks at himself in the mirror, heavily breathing, rasping.
This is who I am.
The end.